Okay, so we are in deep discussion that China as a country, it has become the most advanced country in the world, from the power to economy to the trade to the production of the engineering item, everything to space station to Mars lander rover, every to moon lander rover, everywhere China is there. China is ahead of United States if we talk about the export, if we talk about the manufacturing, then 35% of the worldwide manufacturing is happening in China. From 2000 year onward, China made a supernova explosion, and somehow it defeated every country. From a poor country to China become the most richest country right now, the most richest country in the world. Anyway, the way China is expanding its trade and economy, China is also expanding its border dispute. China has border dispute all along its neighbor. We talked about border dispute of China with Bhutan, border dispute of China with Japan, border dispute of China with Vietnam, with Tajikistan, with Tajikistan, Kyrgyzstan. Okay, India and China, they are logged into very hot border dispute, very bad border dispute, and especially in the Aksai Chin, that 38,000 square kilometer of this notorious China, they have taken land from India. Anyway, it has occupied Tibet and Kasi Kasgar region that falls in Indian subcontinent, but it did not get satiated after that, and then its thirst is growing day by day. Anyway, there is a dispute between China and Nepal also. Very few people know that China has border dispute with Nepal also. I mean, generally people consider that China is a kind of a country which is friend to Nepal. And Nepalese prime minister, he runs to China whenever he see any hot discussion with India, considering Nepal and China brothers. But China is not a brother of any country. China has a very, very hot dispute with Nepal. What is that dispute? That is called Kalapani area. Okay, there is a district in Uttarakhand, and that is called Pithoragarh district. I believe it falls in Kumaon division. Uttarakhand has two districts earlier. One is Kumaon district, and one is I forgot. Okay, that is east and west. Eastern district is Kumaon district, and western district is something I forgot. So there are those two districts. They became a division now. There is a Kumaon division and another division. In Kumaon division, there is a district now, means that Kumaon district become division, and there is district called Pithoragarh. Pithoragarh district, it is connecting the Tibet, and in a sense, Greater Himalaya, it falls in Pithoragarh district. And Pithoragarh district has Himalaya Pass. Greater Himalaya is completely snow-fed mountain, Greater Himalaya. So in that Greater Himalaya, there are passes. Somewhere the Himalaya become pitiful on human, and there is a little low where human can pass. And there is a Lipu Lake Pass in Pithoragarh district. And Lipu Lake Pass, people traditionally, there is a road now. And from Lipu Lake Pass, traditionally people used to commute from the Pithoragarh to Tibet. Tibet used to be part of Indian subcontinent. I won't say Tibet was part of India. Is an independent country, but it falls in Indian subcontinent. Means people are of same genetic hereditary as Indians are. So there was a road or whatever. There is one government road, one is God road. So there is God road from the Lipu Lake Pass that is passing the Pithoragarh district and that side Tibet. Now, the biggest concern is that in 2019, the Home Ministry of India, it is publishing the new map of India, where Jammu and Kashmir and Leh Ladakh, there are two new states in Jammu and Kashmir. Earlier, it was one state only. Now there are two states, and both are union territory in 2019. And in that map, they are showing Kalapani area. Area is in Pithoragarh district, that is adjoining the Tibet near Lipu Lake Pass. So This is Tibet, and this is Pithoragarh district, and this is Lipu Lake pass through which Pithoragarh district person will enter into Tibet, and he may go to the Kailasman Sarovar. From Delhi, people generally go like this. Here, here, this is Lipu Lake Pass. This is Pithoragarh district. This is Pithoragarh district. Okay, and this is Nepal. This is Nepal. This is Pithoragarh district, and this is Nepal. This is full is Tibet, and this point is Lipu Lake Pass. Here, very near, there is a Kalapani area. So Kalapani area, someone has to cross Kalapani area to go to the Lipu Lake Pass. And Nepal, it always say that Kalapani region, Lipu Lake Pass, Kalapani region. Not only that, from the Lipu Lake Pass, 18 kilometer westward or northwestward, adjoining the Greater Himalaya, that full region belongs to Nepal. That is also called buffer state, buffer zone between China and India. Between Tibet and India, there is a buffer zone there, and there was a treaty happened between India and Nepal in 1950 regarding this buffer zone, because 19 regarding this area, but it was not serious because Tibet was an independent country out there. Then again, so dispute started in 1990 time frame only, when Tibet was acquired by China, and now that region become a separate China country and this side India country. Nepal always said that Lipu Lake Pass and Kalapani area and till 18 kilometer westward, that full area belongs to Nepal, not to India. Okay, but problem started happening in 2015 time frame. What is the contention? The contention is there is a Kali River. Kali River originates near to the Lipu Lake Pass, and Kali River flows through the boundary of India and Nepal, Uttarakhand and Nepal. Kali River actually it makes the border of India and Nepal. But Kali River is always dominated by Nepal. Nepal always consider Kali River is a Nepali river. I don't know, Nepali came from Kali River only or not, I don't know. Okay, now Nepal said that since the origin of Kali River, from the origin of Kali River is Nepal, wherever Kali River originates, that is Nepal. And Nepal says that Kali River originates from the Lipu Lake Pass or Kalapani area 18 kilometer westward only. Means India and China, when they try to cross through Lipu Lake Pass, then they have to cross Nepali region. Means if this is Tibet and this is Greater Himalaya, then this is Pithoragarh district of Uttarakhand. In between, there is a small buffer region that belongs to Nepal. This is what Nepal says. There, Lipu Lake Pass, Kalapani, and origin of Kali River also comes. Then Kali River comes near Lipu Lake, near Kalapani area, and it exactly takes the south, making boundary of Nepal and Pithoragarh district. Okay, so Nepal has always maintained that the origin of the Kali River, since there that point only Nepal starts. So that region of Kalapani and Lipu Lake that belongs to Nepal. From 1990, there was a dispute that had started. I won't say dispute started in 1950, but there was agreement for the border between India and Nepal at that time. 1990 problem started because China took over Tibet. When Tibet was a separate country, there was no dispute at all because that was part of Indian subcontinent only. Problem started because of this notorious China only. Its job is China means if you leave any land and if you don't do anything on that land, China will come and occupy it. It will make some village, some house, a hut here and there, and say it is our land for ages. These villages, what you are seeing, it is for ages. People start crying. Yesterday there was no village. How come village has come for ages? This is what it is. This is China. Anyway, now in 2015, Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi, he is going to China, and then they are talking about opening the Lipu Lake Pass. So the trade between China and India starts. China is very good in trade always. This is good about China. China, when Kasi Kasgar consulate India has closed, China has came to India saying open the consulate in Kasi Kasgar. China is also promoting India to open consulate in Lhasa also. So China is that's why China is rich now. China is has always talked about trade, make the trade. So China talked to the Indian Prime Minister about opening the Lipu Lake Pass so that trade between India and Tibet, China would start. Now in 2019, when they talked about Lipu Lake Pass, opening the Lipu Lake Pass, and the 2019, Indian Home Ministry is pointing out a new map where Lipu Lake Pass belongs to India, and China started shouting. Nepal started shouting that Lipu Lake Pass and Kalapani area do not belong to India the way it is shown in the Indian map. This belongs to Kali River and it belongs to China. If any Indian wants to go to Tibet, then he has to cross the Nepali region. India is not connected to Tibet through Lipu Lake Pass. That is wrong. It is connected. Lipu Lake Pass belongs to Nepal, and India and China near Lipu Lake Pass they are not connected. The Nepal border comes in between. But India discarded China's point of view, and India maintained that Lipu Lake Pass indeed belongs to Pithoragarh district. So this is a border dispute between China and India when China is okay with the Lipu Lake Pass when it belongs to India. And that is the big dispute now between Nepal and China, saying that this belongs to Nepal, not belongs to India. Okay, this is very high profile dispute that is going on. Anyway, we will see more on it. Why China want to keep that area is that otherwise, I'm sorry, Nepal want to keep that area is because otherwise Nepal will lose connectivity with the Tibet. Lipu Lake Pass historically, it is a very high profile pass between in that area only. God has made the area. God did not make Nepal, India, and China and Tibet. In that region, to cross the Himalaya, Greater Himalaya, that Lipu Lake Pass is very important. Now, when people have made border, any Nepali citizen, if he want to go to Tibet, then first he has to enter into India, and then that is very difficult for them now. Means somehow they want to avoid it. So they need to go to Tibet. Historically, they kept going to Tibet. And historically, Indian also they kept going to the Tibet. Now both are fighting. Anyway, now we are talking about Nepal-China border dispute. So in Nepal-China border dispute, in 2019, Home Ministry, when they published a new map of India, they showed Lipu Lake Pass as pass, not only leave the point we are saying 18 kilometer west of the Lipu Lake Pass from where the Kali River originates. That area is called Limpi Yadhura. Limpi Yadhura. So Lipu Lake Pass, little bit southeast Kalapani and Lipu Lake Pass along the Himalaya 18 kilometer. There is Limpi Yadhura. From there Kali River originates and it flows. It flows comes to Lipu Lake Pass, then it flows little south to Kalapani and then it goes south and make the border between Uttarakhand and Nepal. So till Limpi Yadhura, Nepal is saying that it is Nepal. So the region of contention is Kalapani, Lipu Lake, Limpi Yadhura, and Susta. Susta is also a region there only. Anyway, there was a treaty of peace between India and Nepal in 1950, and then 1990, there was, I believe, there was a in 1990, there was a Kalapani treaty happened between India and Nepal, making it as a buffer zone or whatever. This region should not belong to any country or whatsoever. This was the treaty in 1990. But 2019, India published this under its own territory, and China wants trade. So this was considered as a dispute between Nepal and China. That how come China agrees on it, when in 1990 it was considered as a buffer zone. Anyway, now that is the story of the Kalapani area near the Lipu Lake Pass. East India Company in 1820, India says that your Kali River does not originate in the Limpi Yadhura area, that is 18 kilometer west of Lipu Lake Pass or Kalapani area. There Kali River does not originate there. Kali River originates near Kalapani only. So forget about the 18 kilometer west of the Kalapani. So forget about the Lipu Lake Pass at all. Okay, this is Limpi Yadhura. and then this is the pass, Lipu Lake Pass, and here it is Kalapani. Now India is saying your river starts from here. From India, someone goes through the Lipu Lake Pass, he will not touch Kalapani at all. He will not touch Kali River. But Nepal has been saying that in 1827, when East India made a kind of contour diagram or whatever there, they have showed the Kali River originates from Limpi Yadhura only, that is 18 kilometers. If this is Lipu Lake, this is west, then here Lipu Yadhura is there Kali River originates. So if someone from Pithoragarh district passing the Limpu Lake Pass, then he is passing the Nepali region. This is what Nepal is saying. Anyway, this is the big contention out there. This is number one. Number two, China and Nepal, 2020 November. There is a Humla region. Humla district is there in Nepal. That is also in the northwest only. The Lipu Lake Pass Kalapani region. That region, Nepal says that India says it belongs to Pithoragarh district of Uttarakhand, whereas Nepal says it belongs to Sudur Paschim state, Sudur Paschim province like Uttarakhand. There is a Sudur Paschim province of Nepal, and there is a district called Darchula district. It belongs to Darchula district. India says it belongs to Pithoragarh district of Uttarakhand. Anyway, November 2020, Nepal has claimed 150 hectare of the land in Humla district. It is near about only there only. China has occupied and China has made construction out there, construction of building, road, and this kind of thing in Humla district, entering into Nepal. So Nepal and China contention is hot now. Okay, anyway, I had written some more thing here, that what is the present condition of a person who want to cross Nepal and China. How many borders are there? Border gates are there. So between Nepal and China, if we see, then there are six gates, out of which four are active and two are planned. Means road that enter from Nepal to China. There are six roads. Two are planned and four are active. And in the active one is Burang Yari. Burang is in Tibet and Yari is in Nepal. It is also called Zirwa, and it is active, but it is not an international border, means human cannot cross it. For other reason, trade reason, it is active. Another is let's say Nichung. It is also called Kerala Pass. That is also active, but it is not for international transit. There is Rasuwa. Kirong is on Tibet side, Rasuwa is Nepal. This is very active. And from here only there is a planned railway line from Tibet to Kathmandu. That is through Kirong. So Kirong road is very active, very active. So there people can take visa to Bhutan to Tibet and they can go there. There is another called Jhangmu Kodri road. Jhangmu Kodri gate. Jhangmu is in Tibet and Kodri is in Nepal. That is west, that is east north of Kathmandu, whereas Kirong is west north of Kathmandu. There, that is also active, and that is also people can take visa and passport. So people who go to the kind of Kailas Mansarovar from the Kathmandu, then typically bus will go them and they will cross the Zangmu border. Zangmu border, then bus will go and they will go to Laze, not Lhasa, Laze. From Laze, then they will go take the complete westward one road will go along the Brahmaputra river. Anyway, there are two planned roads between China and Nepal called Chetang Kimathanka Road Gate. Chetang is in Tibet and Kimthanga is in Nepal. And one is Ryog Olangchung. So Ryog is in Tibet and Olangchung, that is also called Tiptala La. La means pass. So Tiptala La, that is also planned. So two are planned and four transportation is going on. Among four, the Kirong and Zongmu. These two roads are for the human transit also. Anyway, so this is the China. China is a country which sees the future. That's what attracts everyone. China is a country which see future in engineering side. But whatever, you are not supposed to take away anyone's land the way they did in Humla district. And there is a contention for the Lipu Lake Pass. I believe it will be resolved. Otherwise, the railway dream that people are dreaming that people can go from the train from the Kathmandu to Lhasa through train through Kiro, that will be blocked because Nepal will block it. If China will not resolve this issue, then Nepal would block it. I hope it would be resolved and person from the Bihar and Nepal, they can go to Lhasa just sitting on the train seat.